You'd never guess that the owner of 16,000 McDonald's shops was just a loser at the age of 52. He had been in all kinds of sales and had been met with disdain and failure until his life turned around when he was selling milkshake mixers. The guy ordered 8 milkshake mixers in one go. Ray couldn't believe what kind of restaurant could order 8 in one go, but when he got there, he was completely shocked. There was a queue of customers at the front of the restaurant, and when he looked at the name of the restaurant, it was McDonald's. It was the first time he had ever seen one, and he followed the customers in a long queue. When the queue came to him, he ordered a burger, fries and a Coke, only to have his order delivered to him just after. Ray was very surprised and repeatedly confirmed that this was my meal bar. The waiter said, "This is indeed what you ordered," and asked the waiter where the cutlery and plates were. "No plates, just wrap it in greaseproof paper and throw it away when you're done." "Where should I eat? Is there a designated place to eat?" The waiter replied, "You can go anywhere you want." When Ray found a bench and sat down, he took a bite and didn't expect it to be so good. It was definitely the best burger he had ever eaten. He then visited the back of the restaurant as a supplier and was even more shocked when he went inside. All the cooking utensils here are specially made, with a clear division of labor at every step, from the sliced bread to the amount of seasoning used, to the frying and packing of the patties. The food came out quickly and, having heard from the owner that there was another franchise in Arizona, he made the trip overnight. The golden arches in front of him were like glittering gold and he was mesmerized. He knew that this was going to be a major change in the American restaurant scene. That night he slept through the night, having never seen such a perfect production system in his life. Because in those days, many restaurants typically turned out food in a matter of minutes or even hours. McDonald's, on the other hand, was so fast that it took only 30 seconds from the time a customer ordered to the time he picked up his food. And the glittering golden arches, all of which completely turned his perceptions upside down. The next day he approached the two owners of the McDonald's restaurant, Mike McDonald and Dick McDonald. He said straight away that he wanted to get the franchise of McDonald's. The McDonald brothers were a bit hesitant. It's not that they hadn't opened branches before, but they all failed in the end. The reasons for failure were all due to the distance and the difficulty in controlling the quality, which led to the product becoming worse and worse in taste. So the two believed that having one good shop robbed them of 100 bad ones, so they did not open another outlet. But Ray saw this as an opportunity, and such a perfect system could not be buried. With decades of sales eloquence, he compared McDonald's restaurants to the two symbols of America, the cross on top of the church and the flag on top of the courthouse. One of these two represents faith and one represents the common good. And the golden arches of McDonald's would be a symbol of the American family. With Ray's impassioned words, Brother McDonald was impressed and he soon took the McDonald's franchise, but getting the rights was the first step. Getting the shop up and running was the most important thing. He came to the bank for a loan, but the bank not only wouldn't give him a loan, they wouldn't even find investors to lend him the money. Even his own wife was like them, not only wouldn't take the money to him, but also had a big fight with him. Since it was an opportunity, Ray would not give it up easily. He mortgaged the only house he had behind his wife's back and finally got the startup capital, but was it really that easy to start a business? He soon woke up to the reality that he was on the verge of bankruptcy.